And when people are reading that, they are, I have had people, Rashmi, who come and tell me, okay, this is something we never ever thought it could, it should be done. Why? Because it's not available on public domains. And there are some people who come back and tell me, oh, are these principles so simple? I said, yes, they are practicing these simple principles, which we feel it's better to practice complex things than to practice simple things. But, so that's how everything began to shape up. And this success within became globally known after that in corporates and in the lives of people who are, especially in the mid-level, mid-management level.
Okay, Payal, I am now curious. When you were working with these different people, when you were doing this study, when you're looking back now, what was that uncanny ability in you to pick these nuances in people and the way they think, that you realize that this must be the reason that it ticks with them or they're successful for whoever they are? Because many a time at the top level, yes, they are successful. There's a huge gap in between. Yeah. And that gap needs to be filled. And some people just get it like it's part of their flow. While for some people, however hard they try, it just doesn't move. So if I ask you to pick from your own huge bouquet of talents that you're filled with, what is that one uncanny ability that you had to pick these, which you tried with other people and it worked? Can like you said, most of them are really simple. Sometimes it's not as complicated as we think it is. So can you just tell us what it is that gave you this clue of success within?
So I think what you rightly said, Rashmi, is that the gap is so huge.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the reason we are working towards reducing that gap in the lives of people. The more people we are able to impact, the more lives we are changing actually in the workforce. And the aim is that we should have more people in the workforce being successful, not just the top 10% or 15%. So one of the major things that I have seen that really differentiates between the people who are up there and the people, like you said, are in the middle and they are struggling. One of the biggest thing I have seen is their routine, is their everyday routine. The way that these people have a daily routine. I have never ever heard them speak about motivation from outside. Mm-hmm. Never. You must have heard, there are so many of us who rely on motivational speakers. Okay, now I'm not against any motivational speakers. It's just that I feel, and here's what my clients feel, is that motivation can only take you this far. Okay, and then you're making yourself dependent on someone from outside to come and motivate you, to come and tell you and pat your back and say, hey, you know what, this is what you should do. You're great at it. Yeah, it's good. It's good if someone recognizes your potential, but what if there are two things. What if that person doesn't recognize your potential? So you're going to be in a waiting period all the time. That person himself or herself is dependent on the universe. Okay. So basically you are depending on someone who is dependent on something else. So what I have really seen from these people who are achievers, really high achievers, they have a very disciplined life. Disciplined life, disciplined thinking, both. They do not wait for outer factors to change, outer environment to help them. They are not dependent on the economy. That's the reason the second book had been titled as Achieve Unstoppable Success in Any Economy. Whether the economy is a thriving one or the economy is what we are right now in, which is creating a big vortex. Whatever it is, you should be knowing how to move ahead. So that's one of the biggest, difference that I have noticed. Like you said, if I was to pick up one, it would be their disciplined way of thinking and behaving every single day.
Okay, and for you, Payal, what has been that driving force from within that has been the reason for you to move the way you are moving?
Oh, I will tell you very honestly, very, very honestly, Rashmi, it's always been the people. The fact that I saw, if you were to meet people the way I do every single day, doing some workshops, coaching people throughout in so many years, you would be really shocked in seeing that despite being in an era of communication, best resources, information, every information is available today. People just are not able to fill that gap in their work life from where they are to where they want to be. And the more we help, the more they are getting successful, the more I think that's putting me out there that, yes, you know what, they have done this, now they need to do this. So that really, every morning, this is something that has happened for many years. It is something I say it in my books, in all of my workshops. Every single morning, if you can wake up with just one thought or one question, how can I make a difference in the lives of people? I think that will be a game changer in your own life. So just adding value to people's life, Rashmi, gives me that motivation from inside that, yes, you know, I need to help them as long as I can and as long as God permits me.
Okay.